Thank you all for coming out to the Skilled Trades Task Force meeting. The Skilled Trades Task Force meeting gives you an opportunity to connect directly with the experts. So I have an agenda here, and I'm just going to kind of quickly read the overview. But before I do that, we definitely want to thank Citadel of Praise for allowing us to host the meeting here in their wonderful facility. So thank you again, Citadel of Praise. We thank you so much for allowing us to host our last meeting for 2017, and we will be having our next meeting in January of 2018. So the purpose of the Skilled Trades Task Force, as there are several construction jobs going on currently and forthcoming, we are in the need of more citizens of Detroit to be prepared to build our city. The Skilled Trades Task Force brings developers, contractors, skilled trades, artisans, and the community together in a sponsored format to discuss opportunities, share details of training and apprenticeships, and expose constituents to these construction experts and elements. The goal, Council President Brenda Jones' goal, is to provide an atmosphere where diverse stakeholders of the skilled trades community can build rapport, promote greater understanding, and allow members of the community to ask questions and get information. President Jones urges those seeking a career in trades to take advantage of the resources available in the room and from the mobile one-stop unit. The vision, Council President Jones' vision, is to continuously educate our City of Detroit residents, veterans, and youth about the skilled trades field and the many opportunities it provides. Also, the vision encourages students to become more enthusiastic about reading, math, and science, and to become better prepared for those opportunities. So we thank you all for coming out. I'm going to just start with our panel. If our panel can start and give a very brief introduction, and then later on in the agenda, you will be able to tell more about your trade. So if I can start at this end with Kelly.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kelly Miller. I am the Community Engagement Coordinator for Detroit Employment Solutions Corporation. We are a Michigan Works agency. We have 3 locations here in the city of Detroit. How many people, let me just ask really quickly, how many people are familiar with Michigan Works here in the city? Fantastic, fantastic. So we have 3 locations for those of you who are not familiar with our services. Excuse me. And one is located locally right here in this area, which is Northwest Activity Center. We also have one at Sir Metro, which is off of Michigan Avenue near Ford Road. And we also have one on the east side at Samaritan Center. And our one-stops are really fantastic ways for folks who are looking for opportunities to either enroll or learn about different programs that they can get enrolled into. If you are in need of any type of support services to assist you in developing your job readiness skills, as well as if you're looking for any type of education or training, and definitely for placement opportunities, our one-stop is the best place to go in the city. We have currently, I think you guys are familiar, you guys have seen our big bus that's right outside, our Workforce One unit. That is our mobile one-stop unit that we often bring to events like this so that people have an opportunity to learn about our services as well as register through Detroit at Work right there. It is, it's actually houses I think about 10 different computer stations on there, workstations for people to utilize, not only for registration, but also if you want to work on your resume, it's a really great opportunity for that. If you want to create an email account for yourself, you can go online and utilize services for that as well. If you guys lead any type of block clubs or any type of special organizations in the community, you can definitely look to call on us and go online to Detroit Employment Solutions, miworks.com. I'm sorry. So it's DESCmiworks.com is our website, and you can actually reserve our mobile unit for any of your special events if you wanted to host them. I have to apologize because I have another appointment that I have to be at in just a few minutes, but I wanted to make sure that I came out to share some information with all of you about some upcoming things that I think would be really helpful. Number one, for folks that are looking to go into skilled trades, as many of you know, we just recently opened in August the Randolph Center for Construction Trades. If you are interested in learning about different classes for both youth and adult people who are looking to go into the trades, you can actually go on to the Randolph, I think it's the Randolph CTC page, and you can go and you would just hit sign in. When you go and click on sign in, which is in the upper right corner, it'll take you to a page, and you can click on whether or not you want youth or adult job-seeking opportunities. And then from there, it will take you directly to the Detroit at Work registration page, okay? Next, really quickly, I just wanted to share with you another opportunity that we are working in partnership with the City of Detroit to put together opportunity fairs, and these will be taking place throughout different districts and different neighborhoods throughout the city. We've already done a couple already. We are looking to do our next one on Wednesday, November 16th. It's going to be from 11 to 1. It's going to be taking place at Triumph Church South, which is located at 2550 South Liddesdale Street. Don't worry about trying to copy all this now. I actually left flyers at the resource table for you to get that information. And these are really great opportunities because you not only have a chance to learn about training, enrollment, but you also can speak directly. We do a panel style, much like Skilled Trades Task Force, where we also feature different employers that have immediately available employment opportunities. So you can ask people directly what they're looking for and make connections that way. So we will be hosting, again, our next one on Wednesday, November 16th. And again, don't be put off by what part of town it's located in. If you have friends or family members who you think would be interested in attending, please feel free to come and attend. We have different employers that are at each event. So definitely take out the opportunity to come and check us out. There will also have, information on different opportunities, whether it's skilled trades, healthcare, technology, culinary arts, police department, CDL. We have lots of different opportunities that you guys can learn about at these opportunity fairs. So again, I'm gonna have to go now, but I want to welcome anybody that has any further questions about any of our services or programs to please contact me. I've left my business cards out on the table as well. Thank you.
Thank you. First of all, let me apologize for being late. I just left my daytime job in downtown at the Coleman Municipal Center, and I want to just take the opportunity to welcome everyone here to the Skilled Trades Task Force meeting. And in case you do not know, I am your Detroit City Council President, Brenda Jones. And so I am going to move right on down the agenda, and let me just say to everybody, I allowed her a little longer than I normally allow everyone because I knew she had to leave. I heard her say she had to leave. But if we can just do a brief introduction, giving your name and who you represent, and then you can also just briefly talk about your program and if you are a developer, what you have going on. And if you can do that as brief as you can, so that we will have enough time to hear all the questions from the audience and give them an opportunity. And then right before you do that, I want to acknowledge Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence's office. Mr. Slaughter, thank you for being here. I always acknowledge him because our Congresswoman is working on skilled trade at the federal level, and so she always has a representative here. So again, thank you for being here.
Great. Thank you very much, Councilwoman. My name is Kevin Green. I come representing Focus Hope. Focus Hope, community-based organization in the business of workforce development and education. We have some exciting new programs at Focus Hope I'm here to talk about. One is WOMTech. It's a program for women in manufacturing technology. It is a women-only cohort sponsored by General Motors Corporation. We're doing the intake testing and remediation for that program is ongoing. Testing for Focus Hope, all Focus Hope's program is on Tuesday and Thursday. Simply come to Focus Hope with picture ID in hand. Plan on being there about 3 hours. We'll give you the tests, give you your results, and give you next steps. We have programs for everyone. We also have a robust apprenticeship program, and I'm proud to report that one of the participants who was recruited from this Skilled Trades Task Force meeting recently got a registered apprenticeship, so it is working and the network is working. Last but not least, we have an initiative with 3 local hospitals for healthcare, for patient care sitters and patient care associates. Again, intake testing and remediation is ongoing. That's a great opportunity, a 6-week program that definitely will result in employment. Focus Hope is located at 1200 Oakman Boulevard. That's at the corner of Oakman and 14th. Just come to our facility, or you can call 313-494-4300. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Robert Gonzalez. I am the business manager for a construction union called the Painters and Allied Trades here in the state of Michigan. We represent commercial painters, industrial painters, painting bridges, buildings. We represent drywall finishers here in the state of Michigan, sign and display workers that work the trade shows, the car shows, glass workers and glazers. And all my crafts that we represent are have apprenticeships through the Department of Labor. Basically, our construction colleges where our apprentices are earning a living as they move up the apprenticeship ladder to be journeymen. And it's all self-funded through negotiations with our employers. And you know, it's a good time to be in the construction industry. If you're not going to college, getting into a construction union is the next best option to make a living, not only for yourself, but you know, for your family or the families you look to have.
To give you a phone number.
Phone number for our office is 586-552-4474. You could also go to our website, which is www.iupatdc1, the number 1, Michigan.org. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nate Ford. I am Director of Public Engagement for H&TB Corporation. We are the owner's rep to MDOT, Michigan Department of Transportation, and we're in the very early stages of embarking upon a 20-year project to modernize the I-94 corridor. This is about a $2.5 billion project, starting at Connor going all the way to just west of I-96. The really great thing about this project is this is the modernization project. So we're looking at adding a lane in each direction, both east and west. We're going to be looking at, or we will be reconfiguring, eliminating, repurposing some of the overpasses between the Connor and 96 corridor. Again, a $2.5 billion project going through the heart of the city of Detroit. We're, again, at our very early stages, and obviously when we start, we need to start talking about, we need to start, beating the drum about workforce development, about skilled trade jobs, apprenticeship jobs, and the like. We're here to listen. We're here to network with this very established task force that Council President has put together, and really just, get integrated into the workforce development and skilled trade industry, if you will. Again, this is a 20-year project. Hopefully we can get that expedited a little bit. We're starting now. If we can get our apprenticeship program off the ground, or if we can joint venture, work with other entities, I think we'll be hitting that 2.5 year mark just when the work is about to begin. I don't believe that $2.5 billion going through the heart of the city should, I think every able-bodied Detroiter should be able to touch that, if you know what I mean. So with that, I look forward to listening, learning, engaging with you, and I thank Council President for your diligence in all that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is John Perkins. My name is John Perkins, third-year carpenter apprentice, here representing Local 687 Carpenters Union. With the Carpenters, we offer a 4-year carpenter apprenticeship program where you earn while you learn. When I say earn while you learn, you're actually in school learning a trade while you're out on the job site implementing that skill set. I've been a carpenter apprentice for the last 3 years. I'm a third-year apprentice. I went back to college, got my construction management degree, which the carpenter apprenticeship allowed me to do, because the carpenter apprenticeship, they offer college credits to a degree within construction. When you think of carpentry, a lot of people think of just wood, and it's not. A carpenter does pretty much from the concrete foundation side of it, interior systems, floor and wall framing, residential and commercial. The Carpenters apprenticeship is now located in Ferndale, where we're actually getting ready to find some land to actually build a school in Detroit, because we see that the work that's coming up, we have about 15 to 20 years worth of work, but the sad thing about that is we don't have enough young individuals in the trades and not enough Detroit residents as well. So I think this is a blessing for you guys just to be here, just to soak up some of this information, because a lot of these opportunities, a lot of people don't know about. So we're here to be a resource to you, so you can actually gain this knowledge and also be prosperous in a career of your choice.
Good evening. My name is Adrian Bonds. I'm president and business agent of Roofers Local 149. We have a 4-year apprenticeship as well. Earn while you learn. My phone number, you can give me a call in the office, is 961-6093. 6093.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kawana Keys Baldwin, and I represent Michigan Department of Corrections Prisoner Reentry Program, also known as Offender Success. I'm here to share some information with you all about what we're doing in the Michigan Department of Corrections. You may or may not know that we are preparing the men and women to be prepared for employment opportunities once they come home. We ask that you embrace them. Many of them are being trained in the skilled trades. We have 2 vocational village facilities, one in Jackson and one in Ionia, Michigan. And these men and women are being trained in the various skilled trades that have been already mentioned, such as carpentry, welding, CNC, and electrical. We've partnered with many of our panelists here to connect the men and women with employment opportunities. So I am here for any questions that you may have. I will be here until about 5:15, but my colleague will come as well. She'll stay to the end to answer any questions that you may have. But we have a lot of services for our parolees and our probationers that are in the community. Just to give you some statistics, we have about 4,000 parolees that we service in the Wayne County area. 90% of the prisoners will be coming home to your communities, and we just ask that you embrace them as they come home. Many of them are skilled and they are ready to work and are equipped. And so we are also here to just partner with anyone who is willing to partner with us to give these men and women opportunities. We are coordinating a tour of our vocational village facility for anyone who is interested. And that's it.
Good afternoon. My name is Rick Pruce. I'm with IBEW, International Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 58. How many people are here for the first time? Is this your first time here? All right, that's always great to see new people, new faces. So just in case you don't know, the IBEW has 3 different apprenticeship programs. You can access our apprenticeship programs through our website, which is Detroit EITC, Electrical Industry Training Center. So it's Detroit EITC.org. Also, as well as you've heard from everybody here, there is one central website that you can access all of the skilled trades programs, which is mustcareers.org. I don't see Prudence here today, but I'll send a plug to Prudence in her absence. Must Careers, it's mustcareers.org, mustcareers.org. You go to that website and you'll be able to access the information for all of our apprenticeship programs as well as pre-apprenticeship programs. So the pre-apprenticeship programs would be, maybe you're not ready. Some of the prerequisites for entering into the IBEW's apprenticeship program is you got to be 18 years old, high school, diploma, or GED, 1 year of algebra, and legal resident. There may be some other issues out there, and everybody knows there are issues that may prohibit you from entering in right now. You may have, there might be some obstacles that you're dealing with, whether it be those green crosses that are outlined across the city that may be affecting your ability for employment. There's a drug-free, zero drugs on the job, so you will be tested. So that is a huge requirement, I guess you would say, for a lot of these customers that require a drug-free job site. And not to mention just safety as well. It's for a practical purpose. There is many opportunities in the skilled trades, not just here in this region, but throughout the entire country. We have approximately, as I think Brother John had mentioned, there's 15 to 20, or 10 to 15 years worth of work. That's just what's on the books right now. That's what's currently being worked on and being done. So there is no shortage of opportunity. We're no longer talking about jobs, we're talking about how do we get people trained. So I'd like to make sure that we change the narrative to we need to fight for jobs to we need to fight for better training. We need to fight for better schools because those are the reasons why we have as many issues, if you will, for gaining access. There's plenty of work out here. There is tons of work. There's, in fact, the reason why I was late is because there's so many orange barrels on my way here on 8 Mile. I was like, I'll take 8 Mile. That's a quicker way to get here. Well, there's a bunch of orange barrels, construction going on. There's construction going on everywhere, just in the metro area, but all throughout the country, and that's going to continue. The infrastructure is old. The city of Detroit is going through a period of transition the infrastructure, the electrical infrastructure is being redone. You saw the crisis in Flint with all the pipes. All the pipes are going to have to be replaced at some point. That's happening in certain areas of the city with different projects. So just to let you know, there's opportunity, no shortage of that. We just make sure that everybody's prepared. And just one note, if I could just borrow one more second, is that unions pay good wages, and they have great benefits. That's what separates us from everybody else, and we pay to train you and to educate you. We care about our people.
Thank you. We have a couple of more people in the audience, and that's only because there's not enough seats up here. So if I can have the bricklayers introduce your union and talk about what you guys have to offer.
Yes, how you doing? My name is Raul Zamran. I represent Bricklayers Local 2. And that is correct. The gentleman that before me and Mr. Gonzalez over there mentioned about the trades. There is a big demand right now. And there's constantly contractors calling us looking for people. There's a huge demand. And like I said, I represent the bricklayers, and we represent the finishers, for cement finishers, the tile, terrazzo, and bricklayers. I left some literature in the front, and always you can contact me. My name is Raul Zamran, and then my number is 313-587-4913, or you can contact our apprentice coordinator, Tom Ward. That's at 586-757-6658. Thank you.
Thank you.
My number? 313-587-4913.
And if we can have the plumbers.
Good afternoon. My name is A.K. Bennett, project manager for Bencari. We're a Detroit headquartered plumbing contractor. I'm here representing Adrienne Bennett, who is the master plumber and plumbing contractor. She is in Ypsilanti for a meeting, or she would be here. So yes, we're a union plumbing contractor, so Local 98. Plumbers put what you drink when it comes out of you, that piping as well. But also when you're in a hospital, the medical gas systems, do welding as well, backflow prevention, so protecting the drinking water. We install the fixtures from the drinking fountains to toilets, do big pumps, big valves, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16-inch and going up, things like that. We do copper pipe, plastic pipe, cast iron pipe, bunch of different types of pipe. We do, so yeah, that's what the plumbers do. It's great work, it's a great career. You won't be out of work, because also if you need to fix somebody's toilet, there you go. You can do that on the side as well. So I myself, I'm not a plumber. I have an engineering background, but it's a great opportunity. And you can reach our office at 313-592-0618. And I can speak with Adrienne, and then also I pull up the local's number. I don't know that off the top of my head, but it's plumber. I don't have any service down here, but it's Plumbers Local 98. You can find it through Must, or if you're able to just Google it. But Local 98. It's a 5-year apprenticeship, similar requirements: GED, high school diploma. Got to be able to pass a drug test whenever, not just on the first day. There's some aptitude tests and things like that. We'd love to have you. Everybody's looking for good people.
Okay, thank you so very much. Do I have anyone else here that have apprenticeship programs? If you can come to the mic, please.
Council President, thank you very much, panel. My name is Murray Davis. I represent Vehicles for Change Detroit, and we are a trade school. So we're not a union, but we train certified auto mechanics in the skills for those that might be interested in auto mechanics. We are a paid program, which means our trainees are paid. It is a 6-month accelerated curriculum, which means that you are out ready for placement in the high-demand field of service technicians. I can't tell you how many dealers are looking for our placements and our trainees. So for any of you who are interested in that kind of industry, and that kind of trade, I can direct you to Detroit Employment Solutions Corporation. I think you've heard of them. 962 Works, that's where they all start. All of our trainees, apprentices come into DESC first. They're vetted, they're tested, and then they're referred to us for training. Thank you, President.
Thank you. And so, just a couple of notes I had made myself, and, oh, I'm sorry.
Good evening. How are you? Thank you for having me. I'm Renard Richmond from Sir Metro Detroit. We have a apprenticeship readiness program, and I just wanted to let everybody know that, as Rick Bruce mentioned, if you have some barriers in front of you and need some help taking the next step, we're the bridge to connect you to the trades, and we'd love to have you. You can reach us at 313-945-5200. And that is our Bridge to Career Opportunities program at Sir Metro Detroit on Detroit's southwest side. Thank you, President.
Thank you. I made myself a couple of notes, and the first note that I made myself was about the executive order. In case you do not know, when you are in the city of Detroit, we have an executive order that says that any projects that are receiving taxpayer dollars, tax abatements, must have at least 51% of Detroit residents working on that job. And so that's why I push skilled trades really hard. We are seeing so many new developments going up in the city of Detroit. Detroit is constantly changing. If there is a requirement of 51% of Detroit residents, guess what? There's room for all of you. There is room for all of you. And as you are seeing these developments, remember one more thing. There's getting ready to be a new bridge built. And that's going to also require a lot of people working in the skilled trades. So keep that in mind. There's plenty of opportunities that exist. When I started the skilled trades, it was because I realized that this city was built by the men and the women of this city in the skilled trades. And what I started seeing happening was people coming from Texas and some every place else, getting jobs right here in the city, getting jobs in Michigan. And we have a very high unemployment rate right here. And so there is no reason why you can't have one of those careers, and I said jobs, but they are careers. Skilled trades is a career, not a job, and you get paid very good money. In the apprenticeship programs, you also get paid while you are learning. And it's not too many places you can go and say you can get paid while you're learning. And so most of the skilled trades are felony friendly. If you have a felony, most of the trades still allow you to get into the apprenticeship program and become a part of their trade. Right now, they are not substance abuse friendly because you could actually injure yourself if you have some type of substance abuse problem. And so what I say to everybody is this, and I try to keep it real. I don't know whether or not you have a problem, only you know that. But because of all of the opportunities that exist, continue to come to the skilled trades meeting. There are actually groups out there that will take you in if you have a problem and work with you. And I just attended a skilled trades graduation program where this organization takes you in and works with you for 12 weeks and prepare you. And those people that were graduating and getting jobs into the iron workers local. So you came in with a problem, but when you left out, you didn't have a problem. Your problem was making a lot of money. And I don't think that's a problem with nobody. I think that's a good thing. But that's what happened. And so I applaud them for taking people as they are and working with them. The other note that I made myself was about how happy I am, because there are a few people in here that I know were not into the skilled trades that I'm really proud of. One is the young man that stood up and talked about the plumbers. And I remember when he was born, although I'm not that old, but I remember when he was born, and just to see him today and all of the accomplishments that he has made. And I remember when his mother, who was the first female master plumber in the United States, I remember when she began working to become a master plumber, when she started the apprenticeship. And it wasn't this wide open, and it wasn't this friendly. But now it's wide open, and it's friendly for everybody. This young man right here, who truly is a success story, I'm so proud of him, I can jump up and shout every time I see him. And he is a success story to me because he started off in the arena, and the arena was one that I was a no vote for, and that's the Little Caesars arena, because I wanted to make sure they gave opportunities to people who came through, and that they continued to give opportunities to those who came through. And I just want him to tell his story so that you can hear and know. And now he's a project manager. And it has not been that long. He's a project manager. So I want him to just tell his success story.
Thank you, President Brenda Jones. Again, my name is John Perkins, born and raised in the east side of the city. I started carpentry at 12 years old. My father, he taught me how to work with my hands, so I knew I wanted to be a carpenter at an early age. I started working at the Little Caesars Arena in September of 2015 as a first-year carpenter apprentice. Before that, though, I enrolled in a pre-apprenticeship program called Access for All, which is one of the programs that mustcareers.org will get you to. That program kind of enhanced my people skills and my construction skills so I can actually be qualified for an apprenticeship program like the one that I am now. When I started as an apprentice at the Little Caesars Arena, I never knew that the opportunities that the construction industry offers. Like I said before, a lot of people think carpentry is just wood and building infrastructures on foundations, and it's not. It's way bigger than just swinging a hammer. Well, it's way bigger than swinging a hammer for me. Construction, and especially carpentry, is more than just a job for me. It's more than just a career for me. It's my passion. So with that being my passion, I knew I had to always put my best foot forward and actually be a sponge to my environment so I can be well-rounded in the industry that I call my passion. A year into my apprenticeship program, at the Little Caesars Arena, I started back college, that my apprenticeship school allowed me to do, and I graduated about 6 months ago with my construction management degree at Oakland Community College. With doing that, I showed interest on the management side with my company, Barton Mallow, and they pulled me in as a project engineer, and now I'm working towards project manager's positions. And that's so I can be well-equipped and well-rounded in the industry that I love. With all of this being said, I want you guys to remember the word when I said passion. Construction is not, like President and Councilwoman Brenda Jones said, construction is not a job, this is a career. And when you develop a passion for your career, it doesn't feel like work anymore. So when I go to work every day, I'm not at work, I'm enjoying I'm doing what I enjoy to do. My father once told me, learn a trade because no one can take that away from you. And once you develop that passion, it becomes a blessing.
We have a IBEW success story. Byron, you want to tell your success story?
Thank you, Council President, for the opportunity to get on TV and as well as be in this room and speak to the people in the city that I grew up in. My success story is all about opportunity, making sure that you take the chance to capitalize on opportunity, no matter how long it takes you to realize that the opportunity is standing right in front of your face, which is what's going to happen to a lot of people that's in the viewing audience and that's sitting here. It's an opportunity standing right there, right in front of you. And it takes a little bit of time for you to recognize that it's real. And my success story would be realizing that skilled trades, that a chance at a skilled trade, that if you really try, if you apply yourself, there truly is a level playing field in an organized skilled trade, without getting too deep into the nomenclature of the world that we in, but just get out there and get your chance. I'm an electrician, been an electrician for 12 years, master electrician, came up through the ranks as an apprentice, started at, just like my brother right here, started at a pre-apprenticeship program that was started by Keith Bennett, flipped the script, gave me a chance. I maximized on it, did my test, got into the trade, local 58 electricians, took those tests, every opportunity that was put in front of me. I studied, I cut off the TV, cut my friends off for about 5 years, raised a family. Now I'm standing here in front of y'all as a business agent for the local, which I'm not saying that that's the norm, but that is an opportunity. So you never know, you could go from sitting in these chairs looking at the Skilled Trades Task Force to actually being on the other side of the table, coming back and reaching out to another brother or sister who needs the same chance as you. Not everybody learns from a book. Not everybody learns in higher education. A lot of people learn off the street. A lot of people figure out how to be mechanics off the street. They figure out how to wire buildings off of side hustles. Well, this is a chance for you to get it with health care, with an annuity, with a pension, with a license, and with the door being wide open for you to take your trade across the country. That's something that my man down the street can't say. That's as well as something that the guy down the street can't open up his own shop. He can't become a licensed master contractor. It's a chance for you to break those chains off of your life and really take some type of economic freedom. And just like I've been going over a lot of our history as people and seeing that we did start a whole lot of things like Black Bottom, Paradise Valley. It's a chance to get that going again. That's how we started, you know, that's huge in our community that's missing. And it's not even just color barriers, it's just about this class of people that have a chance to become strong working class, tax-paying citizens into this beautiful city that we call home. So without going into details of my story, that's where I'm at right now. Becoming politically aware, understanding that legislation rolls downhill, even down to the man or the woman that's out there at the arena, that's going to be out here at JL Hudson, that will be at the bridge holding the tools. So y'all take advantage of this opportunity that's in front of you. Get as much information as you can off of those tables. The brothers and sisters that's behind this table, those that's in the back of the room, we don't come out here for our health. We don't come out here because we're trying to prove something. We come out here because we genuinely care about where y'all gonna be in the next 5 to 10, 15 years when it's time to retire, and we really wanna make a level playing field for all people in the city of Detroit to become working class people. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much. I know it's more success stories in here than that, but those were the three, and I talked about Adrian, Keith Bennett, who, like I said, I remember when he was born, and look at him now, and I would not have never thought he would have been here today to talk about the things that are going on. And so that means that it's possible that anybody, you happen to have heard from men, but there are women's success stories as well, and some of those success stories started off by just coming to this meeting. And I'm saying that because none of these people are up here or either sitting out there that have introduced themselves are getting paid for being here. They are here because they want to assist you, because they want to help you, and because they want to see you get into the trades as well. And they have given out phone numbers, and I always say to people, you know what, be persistent with what you do. Don't call somebody one time and they say, well, I don't have anything today, and then you don't call them no more because they didn't have anything today. They may not have anything today, but you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day, or even the next day. And these people don't run out of the room. I normally beat them all out. So if you have questions that you don't want to go to that mic and ask, please stick around and talk to them. Now, it's your turn, and I always say that no question is a dumb question other than the question you walk out of here and say, God, I wish I would have asked that. Because if you have that question, probably someone else has that same question. And although you see Adrian Keith Bennett sitting in the front row and not sitting up here, if you have a question for him, address the question to him. The bricklayers are sitting in the second row. If you have a question for him, address your question to him. Like I said, they're just not up here because there's not enough seats up here, but they will answer your question when you go to that mic. So if you have a question, please go to the mic and ask your question. We are family. So remember that. We're family. We're here for you, and we're here, and that mic is set there for you to go and ask your questions.
Hello, my name is Leslie Hosey. I'm a counselor at DIA, and I'm here because I have a young lady who's interested in electrical or HVAC, and I do not know. She's graduating, so she's only 17. She'll graduate in June, but I need information to know how to put her on that correct pathway. So I got the mustcareer.org, and so I can have her go register on that. But what else as a counselor should, I'm in an all-girls school, so this is the first time I've had a female student. She's at one of the Votech centers already, but this is first time, so I need to be educated on what, because we usually just push college, I'm being honest. That's what my job description says to do, but I needed to know what is it that how to guide her.
So I think what we heard before about the pre-apprentice, as you heard from the two gentlemen that spoke on their success story, it started on a pre-apprentice level.
Okay.
And I think what you have on a pre-apprentice or apprenticeship readiness, as some others have mentioned, is that you have the opportunity there to see all the different skilled trades. For an example, Access for All would have in that program an opportunity to see all of the different training programs. You may not know that you want to be an electrician until you come to our training center. You may not know that you want to be a carpenter until you get out there and start doing carpentry work. You might want to be a bricklayer, but there's so many options out there. How do you narrow it down if you've never been exposed to it? So there is an exposure opportunity that you then can figure out, you know what, I really like to be an electrician. Then there's that pre-apprenticeship program would prepare you for the requirements to become an electrician. And there's so many options. If you look at, there's a yellow sheet that's going around that's for the Must Careers. There's, I think, 22 different apprenticeship programs. I mean, there's a lot of options, right? Not everybody likes peach cobbler. Some people like, you know, cheesecake. I mean, there's so many different options. There's nothing wrong with choosing something else. I like apple cobbler, but, you know, that's me. So there's options out there for everybody's taste. There's something out there for everybody.
Okay, does this agency do things like where I could bring a field trip of students that can be exposed to that? Do they have?
Absolutely. You could, there's opportunities to come not only to our training center, but I'm sure everybody would open the doors to their training centers to have you come in and expose the kids. we'll do those. If you want, you can reach out to me afterwards.
Okay.
There's also Nick and Byron in the back as well. Those two young, handsome gentlemen in the back, they'll be more than happy to help you too on being able to get some people over to our training center to get some exposure.
Okay, thanks.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lawrence Carter. I am the owner of a company called Detroit Property Improvement and Development, LLC. We are licensed mechanical, licensed plumbing, and licensed residential building in the state of Michigan, and we are a Detroit-based business. We're located in Midtown. I have a question for everyone on the panel. But first I want to give you a background of myself. My experience in construction, I was a construction laborer for the Detroit Public School System for 8 years. During that time, I earned my master's in special education. So I have a unique path in this industry. I was a member of Local 334, the laborers local. And when I was laid off by the Detroit Public Schools, I went to the classroom. I became a special education teacher, and I was the head basketball coach at Cooley High School from 2001 until 2006. During that time, I started my construction company, and in 2006, from 2006 to 2014, our primary client was the Detroit Public Schools. Our largest project to date was, we performed a rough carpentry package on the new Mumford and Munger High Schools. And currently, we were also on the Rehab and Ready program with Dan Gilbert and Home Depot. We're currently a Detroit home mortgage contractor working on 2 projects there. And we've worked, I think we're doing more land bank renovations than any other contractor presently. So we have work. So it was a necessity for me to start my pre-apprenticeship program because there was a need for properly trained labor. What I specialize in, because of my master's degree in special education, is we're dealing with in our community a lot of learning disabilities and emotional impairments. Our pre-apprenticeship program focuses on those issues. So the edict is out that, and some of you guys who represent the unions will agree, it's always said that our children can't do the math and the science in relation to apprenticeship programs, am I right? Well, I've implemented, so in my training, I can take a high school student from the 1st or 2nd grade reading level to the 6th grade level. That's what we do in our pre-apprenticeship program. And we get them up to speed dealing with reading issues in mathematics and science. And we get them test ready. And that's a big need in the the returning citizen programs. Many of those young men are dealing with emotional impairments and learning disabilities. So I have developed a program to get them up to speed in order to pass those tests. What I need to know is, how does someone like myself, and again, my program was developed for a need because I have a lot of work and not enough people to do it. How does a business such as myself and a training such as that we have engage and partner with your programs in order to serve that part of the community that's not being served. I have reached out, and I just haven't gotten a big response. But I've never been to one of these meetings. This is my first time. But I'm hoping that, I can get some good feedback.
Does somebody want to, I'm not going to let everybody respond, but who wants to respond?
I'll just be brief and say that I'll give you my contact information and we can have an offline conversation. Kevin Green from Focus Hope.
Okay.
I'd respond on behalf of the union. We would love to have somebody that's preparing young minds for the skilled trades. I mean, anybody that's doing the work and to get people's skills to where they need to be. And it's a misnomer to say that we can't do math. Society has put the importance on other things. We as a society have shown more importance towards Twitter and whatever than we are on math and science, because there's other communities that really, that's important to them in certain communities, and the results are there.
But
we
it's
just don't show.
It's important to all the students, but when they hit that roadblock and no one's there to walk them through it, that's the problem, and
Absolutely.
they give up on it. So we walk them through it.
And it's not just here. I mean, it's throughout the entire country. So the entire country has a problem with math and science. It's just not unique to any particular city. But yes, we would love to partner with you.
Okay. Thank you.
May I just add as well, I'll leave my card here for you as well, because we'll love to meet with you too.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Well, I just want to say one more thing. I'm going to contact you guys, and I hope to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Lawrence Carter. Cell number is 313-424-2221. 313-424-2221. I'm the owner of Detroit Property Improvement and Development. I have jobs. I am short laborers, plumbers, carpenters, all trades. So if you have anyone who has been seemingly unemployable, we'll do our best to work through it, because if you know of anyone specifically who may have had a learning disability or an emotional impairment in the past, that's what makes my training is what helps me be successful in the industry, because we have some special people working.
Thank you. All right, Better Men Outreach, I just finished talking about you, so.
Thank you, President. I'd first like to say thank you for showing up at our graduation ceremony last weekend. It was an honor to have you out.
Honor to be there.
My name is Marcus Strong. I'm a graduate of the STEEP program at BMO. I'm also a local 25 iron worker, first-year apprentice. Also now just celebrating my 14th month returning home from prison. I heard the success stories of the guys that you brought up, and it was funny because my success story ain't a success yet, but it's so much different. And Detroit has that element where a lot of guys are coming home from prison or coming off the streets, and they've never been introduced. I never knew what an iron worker was, didn't know nobody that was an electrician or a plumber. All I knew was I had to come home and I had to get to it. Actually, my first meeting, Skilled Trades Task Force meeting, was last year. Came up here. My brother Dino Van was sitting on the panel. Recognized him from prison. Got some good information, came out, put my best foot forward, and it's led me here. Actually, the guy that introduced me to the Skilled Trades program, Skilled Trades Task Force, this is his church, Brother Neely. And I was like, I gotta come to this one. But I just wanted to let you guys know that BMO and the STEEP program is here for those who, like he said, may have a challenge learning, and it may not be a disability. It just may be relational. When you walk into the STEEP program, and you walk in there and you see me in front of the classroom, or you see Dino in front of the classroom, it ain't no difference than being on the block with the big homies. So we see a lot of guys that come in and they learn different from us. They receive different from us. So we're not just now just teaching math skills, ready to get you prepared to take those tests. The STEEP program is grown. Now we're getting you ready to go to work. We're getting you ready to go to work. We're teaching you how to be on the job site, how to be on time, how to show up every day, how to prepare at night before you even get ready to go to work in the morning. Because a lot of us have never done that before. A lot of us haven't even worked a job for 6 months steady. I know I hadn't. But to get my 6-month evaluation and see I ain't never been late, I ain't never missed a day, and when I get there, I'm ready to work. Those are the 3 things that at STEEP we're preparing guys for besides taking the test. Taking the test is just a piece of it. Being ready to work once you get there is what keeps you in the trade, what builds you in the trade. And like these guys know, once you get on the job site, if you've never been around a hammer, or we call them beaters, I ain't gonna use that. You ain't never been around nothing like that, you gonna look crazy. And we also teach you how to deal with that. We teach you how to deal with people on a level that only you can deal with them. Can't nobody tell you nothing. You're gonna go out there and look crazy, because I did. But because of my intuition and my mental actuation to like, I gotta get this, I did it. And I excel, and I mean, it's been beautiful for me. I ain't gonna lie. I work for Barton Mello out at Zug Island at U.S. Steel, and it's just been a great journey for me. And what's been even better is that I've been able to come back to BMO, come back to STEEP, get on the executive board, and be a part of something that's growing. But my only question is, at STEEP, we got so many guys in there, and we trying to introduce them to all the trades. But when you get out of STEEP, when I graduated from STEEP, we going straight to work at STEEP. We getting you straight to work at STEEP. But it's a lot of guys in other trades that we really need to link up with and really need to get guys. We got guys that's ready to work. We got guys that can pass the test, that can pass the drug test, and that when they come on the job site, they gonna be ready to work, because we do service projects. And I be on that service project. And if I see you standing there with a shovel while we cleaning up and boarding up these abandoned houses, I'm gonna pull up on you just like they're gonna pull up on you on the job site. Hey man, you're gonna have to get to work, bro. You can't do that on the job site. You can't stand around and see me struggle trying to do nothing and you stand there and watch. Come there, give me a hand. So we teaching guys how to be assertive on a job site. If you don't know what you're doing, ask questions. A lot of guys be like, I don't want to really ask no questions, because what do I ask? And I teach them the 3 things I ask. What's next? What are we doing? And how can I do something different that, in your mind, how can I get this done? How can I get this done? And so when I do this on the job site, all my foremen say, they be like, man, you just catch on so quick. And they don't know I go home at night and I go through whatever we did that day, I go through it in my mind. I recall it. I work extremely hard in and out, on and off the job site to be prepared to work, to be not just an iron worker, not just a union contractor, but to be a great one, to be a good hand, and to continue to raise in the ranks. But I only have one question. When we come out of the STEEP program,
Everybody don't know what STEEP is.
I'm sorry, the Skilled Trades Enrollment. I'm sorry, the Skilled Trades Enrollment Application Program, BMO's Skilled Trades Enrollment Application Program. It's at steep.org, BMO-Detroit.org. Friday nights at St. Cecilia from 6 to 9 is our program. Go on the site, register, or come up and check us out. You know what I'm saying? We in the school building. It's just when we come out of there and the thing that got guys coming to us like that is because we going to work. We need to be putting these guys to work. They say we got to work. How can we at STEEP connect with the work? More than we already have.
So Focus Hope, I've already talked one time, but I'm gonna let Focus Hope again. And if you guys repeat but you said so that they will know exactly how to get in contact, and anyone else that wants to add something. And I see people pulling out their cards. And a lot of times, it's like I said, after this is over with, these guys are available to talk to you, guys, and I'm using guys, sometimes it's females up here, but the panel is available. The two right there, they are available to talk to you and talk to anybody that want to talk to them. They don't run out the door. Normally I run out because I have someplace else that I have to go, but they are normally here to give you any information that you need to talk to you, because they need workers as well. And so, and they want someone that can pass the drug test, that can pass the math test, that can pass the test that you are talking about. So even if they don't talk to you through the mic right now, talk to all of them after the panel is over with. Does someone want to respond?
I was just going to say, after this is all said and done, come get my car, we can talk. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Good evening. I'm Carlton Jones with Hope for America. I wanted to bring out a couple points, unnecessary questions. I think Councilwoman really hit home when she started talking about the difference between a career and a job. And I think we have to really embrace that. Because right now, when you start talking about career, and myself, I went through an apprenticeship program in the carpentry successfully, and that was after I had completed college. But it really opened up the door to how that career would help me throughout my whole life. So I want all of us to know, and as the brother spoke about exposure, that's one of the reasons why we're having such a difficult time, is because a lot of our people haven't been exposed to this. So we at Hope for America take that challenge on of trying to expose, direct, mentor, and coach individuals through this process. I have a partner who is also a millwrights person, a young lady, African-American female, who completed the apprenticeship program also. And we've taken it on to be mentors and coaches for those individuals who want to get into the skilled trades. But it's a career, and I commend Council President for bringing that point out, because once you start taking on a career track, you really understand it empowers you. It really empowers you that you can take your skills anywhere around the country. And I want to say that there's a lot of opportunity. When you hear him start talking about a 20-year plan, it's time for you to jump in the game right now, and you can be right on time for a 20-year program, which the brother spoke about. So understand, it's not too late and you'll have to rush, but you got to be diligent, you got to be really committed, and you got to understand there's something that goes to being a skilled trades person. You are a very valuable asset. And if we start understanding the process of learning and education now, skilled trades is not one of the trades that you're going to get computerized. Sometimes you can see how the new wave of people losing jobs because of the computerization or automation, skilled trades is not that way. So if you understand the value of a skilled trades as a career, it's something great to jump in. I just want to commend everybody for that. Thank you.
Can you pull the mic down toward
I'd like to first of all commend each of you up there for being here, and those other that have provided supportive information. My concern is very simple as a mother. I need to know, how do I direct my son, or who can assist my son in determining which of the skilled trades that he's best suited for? We're hearing a lot of information. It's almost an overload. But how does a young person determine which career that they're best suited to pursue?
So I'm going to let them respond, but let me respond first. Is that your son?
Yes, it is.
So, son, are you older than 17? Stand up for me for a minute. Let me just say this to you. Your mother shouldn't be up there. You should be up there. And you should be saying, how do I find out information? What do I need to do? And that's what I would like for you to do, is take initiative to start coming up. You don't have to come up now because she's going to assist you. She's already did it, and she's going to assist you. But what I like for everyone, because we're family, and that's what I try to impress upon everybody. We're family. And I don't want anybody to be shy. I don't want anybody to think that we're not here to, we want to help everybody that want to be helped. And so that's why I like for everybody to take the initiative themselves, to know that we're family. And we love you. And that's why we are here to try to help assist everybody. So go ahead on and everybody respond that want to respond. You can sit down.
My name is Kevin
Thank
Green. I'm at Focus Hope. In short, come see me. We have career counselors, we have case managers, we have assessment tests and career cruising that would help you to determine what career you like and what your aptitude is. I can be reached at 313-494-4412. That's my direct line. I can also be reached via our admissions department at 313-494-4300. And so we have the mechanisms, the testing, and the interviews to help you determine what's good for you.
Did you get that number? You want to repeat it again?
Two numbers, 313-494-4412. That's my direct line. Also, you can reach our admissions department at 313-494-4300. We'll help you determine what career is best, and that's a service that's available for everyone here. So give us a call. I actually came here to recruit people, so I hope to recruit you.
Just want to make sure that everybody knows the pre-apprenticeship programs that are out there. There's many of them. And the ones that are tied into the unions are going to give you the most amount of exposure, right? Because those are the ones that have accredited apprenticeship programs. You heard John talk about he went through and got college credits because he went through an accredited apprenticeship program. So that's the advantage. You want to be able to tie yourself into something that's accredited and recognized on a national level with the Department of Labor, so that you're not just spinning your wheels in places where you're not going to get credit for all that time. But the pre-apprenticeship level is that place where you want to go. There's many of them. Do your due diligence, Access for All. You heard there's another gentleman from Sur Metro. You heard the gentleman that says that he's doing a lot of residential work going on in the city of Detroit. There's many of them. Mustcareers.org will link you to another one. That's the one I would recommend. But everybody likes different things. There's going to be something specifically meant for you. You just got to go out there and try and put the effort forward.
Okay. First thing I want to say, young brother, you got to know what you want to do. You got to have your passion. Like he said, he had a passion that he wanted to. He grew up as a carpenter. I grew up as a roofer. I started at 14 shingling houses. 28 years later, I'm the president of my local. It didn't happen overnight, but I got a passion for it, and I'm the best at what I do. You got to know what you're good at, what your passion is, so you can be the best at what you can be. You know, it's nothing like going to work doing something that you don't want to do. Everybody here, we love what we do. You need to find out what you love to do.
And that is so important that he said, because a lot of times, and that's just not with special, with skilled trades, that's also even with college, because a lot of times people go to college and they think that they want to be a nurse or a doctor, and they find out, I want to be an engineer. So they've wasted 4 years in trying to be a nurse or a doctor, and now they got to start all over with being an engineer. And so we recommend the same thing even in the trades. Know what trade you're interested in, so that once you get into that trade, you're in that career, and that's what you're working toward, and you don't just waste that time there, and that's not what you want to do.
I also want to throw out there that just like you have college tours, I would encourage people to get in contact with Local 58, 687, you know, the Roofers 149, even get in contact with Focus Hope and try to get out there and get some tours of facilities. That would also help. Exposure is the key. If you don't see it, then you won't know that you can be it. So that's what I was going to throw in there. Get out there and get on some tours. We offer tours as well.
Thank you.
Don't be shy, man. You're gonna be working around 100 men every day. You gotta let that shy stuff go. You a grown man, bro.
One thing I've kind of noticed is I get bored real easy on everything.
Well, if you enjoy doing something, you can't get bored. So that's what you got to find out.
So it's what do you enjoy doing? Do you enjoy being a carpenter, working with your hands? So it's what you enjoy doing more than anything. And it's you know, what you like to do. And then those people are here to assist you in what it is that you like to do.
I do like tinkering with stuff with my hands. Thank you.
So I want to suggest, because that's what, like in the program we do, you know, we teach.
So I got to stop you because you can't talk from there because can't nobody hear you. And that's why we have the mic here, because it's being televised. And can't nobody hear you from there if somebody is watching. That's okay. Yeah, I know it's your first time. And so can you, if you can just pull him over to the side and you can talk to him on the side, they still can't hear you. So just go to
Offline.
talk to him offline because it's a long line waiting to
He
talk.
just need to run a jackhammer. That's all. We're gonna get him on the jackhammer. But the program we have, we teach them multiple trades. You know, to be a good laborer, you got to know how to mix mud, to work with the masons, know how to build a scaffold, to work with the carpenters. You know, deliver materials and all that stuff. So what we find is that people find their niche in the skilled trades because you get introduced to all of them as a laborer. And even if you gravitate towards management like I did as a laborer, but finding your niche in the pre-apprenticeship program is the main focus. But
So can you talk to him off? Thank you. Did you have another question you want to ask? 'Cause he's going to talk to you offline to try to assist you. Okay. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Khadija Rice. I'm very pleased to be here. I attended the last meeting you had for the first time, and there were different individuals there. One company that was there, a foundation organization, was Sir Metro, and that was my first time hearing about that organization. I was looking for a pre-apprenticeship program to be a part of, so I was doing searching. I followed up, and now I'm officially in one. It's my second week in the pre-apprenticeship program. Very excited, and I love it. I'm looking to become a carpenter, and it's very new to me. I'm at the very beginning stages, but I do realize that I'm going to need a sponsor. So I'm 21 years old. I'm very serious. I'm engaged now, and if anyone out there have any opportunities for sponsorships, I would like to speak to you. And I also want to say thank you to this gentleman. Oh, well, he was behind me, Mr. Percy Johnson. He also was at the last meeting, and he reached out and made himself, well, he let it be known that he was a mentor, and I went ahead and followed up with him, and we've been following up, and he's been supportive and giving me different guidance and mentorship, and I'm very appreciative for that. I want to thank him. And I want to align myself with people who are going in a direction, who are in the direction that I am in. If you feel you have anything to offer or help me, please feel free to. I'm all ears, and I'm a sponge for knowledge. So thank you, everyone. Yes.
Hello, how everybody doing? My name is Wilbur Smith. I just got out June 8th. I do have a mechanic license on electrical and brakes, but I do like electrical and plumbing. I do that around the house and whatnot. But I want to know, how long do it take for us to get into your programs, your apprenticeship programs? What's the waiting period?
So there's an application process that you have to go online the DetroitEITC.org website. You go on that website on November 6th, you can apply. The minimum requirements, you have to be 18 years old, high school diploma or GED. You have to have 1 year of algebra accredited, 1 year, and you also need to be a legal resident.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to step aside and ask you to respond. Adrian, did you want to respond to that?
With the plumbers, similar, you got to apply, and similar requirements, things like that. And then the apprenticeship itself has to be open, and they have to accept a class in for you to start. But before that, you can be an applicant. It's a different classification within the union. So until you become an apprentice, you can't be an applicant and work as a helper. So you're still working for a plumbing contractor, exposed to things like that, waiting for the next apprenticeship class to start. So that could be, depends on timing, that could be 3 months, 6 months, a year. I can't give you that, but you can, they have established that to help you start getting exposure.
My name is Percy Johnson. I'm a pipe fitter by trade. Work for GM as a pipe fitter. I'm also a licensed plumber. But I also have been tagged on, along with this skilled trade task force group. And Brenda Jones, thanks again so much for allowing us to come here and network. And this is what we do at this meeting. You know, so all the ways to get into the various programs, this is what we come here and discuss and guide you. I personally take time and give you my phone number. My phone number is 313-719-9921. Text me the word help, and then I will get with you and guide you and talk to you and counsel you to the various programs that are available and mentor you and encourage you to stay focused and to take advantage of these opportunities that are available. Like Rick was saying, and some of the other gentlemen that are here at the panel, Kevin, you know, with Focus Hope, BMO, there's, you know, I just heard another young man that just stepped up. We'll be checking into his program too, and guiding you and sending you to the programs that are available for you and get you in, you know. So use me. You know, please use me as help for you and to guide you. And all I ask for in return, that you vote. Because it's one thing you got to understand, that all this work that we're doing is connected with going to the ballot and voting and bringing resources to your community to help bring this type of training, jobs, requirements, that's focused on making sure that Detroit residents, Michigan residents have opportunities to work. So that's the backdoor deal of why I help you, because that's a big push for me. If there's anybody in here that needs to register right now to vote, I need to see you, and I'll give you your application, and we'll drop it off and register you to vote. Also, and if you are registered to vote, I'm going to inform you there's an important election coming up that you need to participate and vote in Detroit, November the 7th. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. And you know, he used the mic and he used this opportunity, but on the real side, people died for us to have the right to vote. And our numbers with voting has been down tremendously, not just in Detroit, but all over. And it is so important that people exercise the right to vote. And when you talk about politics and you talk about voting, let me just say, almost everything you do, including the water you drink, has some kind of connection to politics. And so it's important, and I talked about Congresswoman Lawrence, who is in DC, and she's fighting to have money come to Detroit for skilled trades. And so it's important that, you know, a lot of times people say my vote don't count. One vote, every one vote counts. And so it's important that you exercise your right to vote. I always say, and I'm sure you guys have heard it, if you don't use it, you could possibly lose it. And because people died for us to have that right to vote, Don't just assume that I didn't vote this time, but when I want to vote 5 years from now, I'm gonna still have that right, because you may not have that right. You just never know what's gonna happen as we continue to progress. You never know what's gonna happen. And if people are not voting, we might just lose the right to be able to vote.
Thank you for that great word. You're absolutely right. I'm Jason Hedden. I'm here on behalf of Quicken Loans, Bedrock Family of Companies, and I want to thank you all for putting on this task force meeting every month and spreading the word, because I'm a native Detroiter, and it's nothing more important than seeing other Detroiters being able to build careers, jobs, and businesses. And just from our standpoint at Quicken Loans and Bedrock, we have a lot of potential development coming down the pipeline, and I'd love nothing more than to have a majority of Detroiters on those jobs. So the thing that I like to stress to folks in the room today is, please share and spread the word far and wide to everyone to get involved with the skilled trades, whether that's directly with each individual union, or if you have to go through a career in technical school, get that education and that training. And just a quick snippet about that myself. I went to Randolph. I took heating and cooling, and I took computer-aided drafting. My background is in real estate. If I couldn't have been able to read floor plans and things of that nature, I may not have had the job and the opportunity that I have now. So I just want to say to everyone in the room, please share all of this information and network and talk to these folks in this room to get this information so you can get your career started, because it's very, very important. In our companies, we support union labor. We support the trades. We stand behind them, and it's good that everybody comes out to share that. So please keep sharing and spreading the word. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to, and thank you, Jason, because I forgot to add to the list of pre-apprenticeship programs is Randolph. We have a gem right here in the city of Detroit that if you're in high school, there's a great place that if you want to get exposure to the skilled trades, those programs are connected to the unions. They are actively recruiting through those programs and creating resources and pathways into the skilled trades from Randolph, from the high school level. So definitely if you're in the high school, and then also there's going to be, very soon, there's going to be a rollout of night classes that are going to be for adult ed at Randolph. So one place where you can get both adult ed education for skilled trades and also for high school. So please send the message out. Everybody sends something out on their social media. Put some positive stuff out there on social media. If I have one request, is that you put some good messaging out there on the opportunities that are right here, right now.
Thank you.
Hello, how you doing today?
I'm blessed.
I'm Lamar Griffin. I apologize for my being late today. I just got off work. I'm a welder. I've been welding for 23 years. I actually went to Detroit Job Corps many years ago to learn how to weld, and I'm just here to try to find apprenticeship program. I'm currently in the midst of getting my GED, and so I would like to take the opportunity to network with anyone in here that can help me further my career in my welding. I do gas, art, MIG, and TIG. I'm an excellent welder, so I look forward to talking to you guys after the meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Okay. All right. Okay. Good afternoon.
You can lift it up.
Okay. It was just going down on me. I didn't want to leave it alone because I break stuff. Okay. My name is Matea McInnes, and I was just wanted to ask the question. I'm currently a college student, so I was wondering if the apprenticeship was suitable for college students as well, because I do love to get my hands dirty and I love to get into everything while I can. So I just wanted to know, was it, I don't mind, working hard, getting tired. I don't mind any of that, but I just wanted to know from your experience, is it suitable for college students?
Yes, it is. In a nutshell, yes, it is. I'm not sure if you were here earlier when I spoke in regards to when I started the apprenticeship program back in 2015 as a carpenter apprentice. I went back to college that same year because I found out that the local 687 Carpenters Union offered 22 credits to a college degree. Right. So I actually graduated from college about 4 or 5 months ago with my construction management degree. I went to college in 2010 for about a year and a half, and then I started working, so I left college alone. So when I actually introduced myself to the construction industry as a union carpenter apprentice, and I found out that they offered those 22 credits, I only had to take 4 classes to graduate. So that jump made me graduate and pursue my career passion. I can't tell you how long it would have took for me to get that construction management degree without the credits that the apprenticeship offers. So the Carpenter Apprenticeship School, they offer 22 credits to a college degree.
And you'll find that all the skilled trades, everybody that's represented here will have those same opportunities where the credits will transfer. So any accredited apprenticeship program sanctioned by the Department of Labor will have some way of being able to transfer those credits towards, as you'd already mentioned, in the construction industry. So those do happen. You are, it sounds like you got the ambition and the passion. It sounds like you have everything necessary to be successful, but just know that these are full-time, this is full-time employment. So for the electricians, you're going to be required to go to work every single day. Exactly. And go to school twice a month. So I'm not going to tell you what you can't do, but just know that this is what's going to be required of you when you do enter into these apprenticeship programs. They're going to have a certain level of academic requirements that you're going to have to obtain in these apprenticeship programs, and also on-the-job training that you're going to have those requirements. You could do that. You know, you could schedule your classes at nighttime.
Right.
Or you could take a night job, you know, but there's options out there if you want to get into it. You could see my cousin Nick in the back there and also Byron back there. They would love to help you.
All right, thank you so much.
Are there any other questions? Are there any other questions? This is your opportunity if you have a question. If not, then I would like to take the opportunity to thank you all for coming. Without you, we would not have a skilled trades task force. We would be here talking to ourselves. So thank you all for coming. You are here, let me tell you, to take the advantage of the opportunity that you have to talk to these individuals that are up here, that are here to assist you, the individuals that are in the audience that are here to assist you. Again, our next skilled trades meeting is not until January. We do meet like 9 months out of the year. Council is on recess in November after Thanksgiving, and we come back in January. I want to invite you to our next meeting in January, which will be held January the 23rd, 2018. And if we have your email address, we will email you that information. You can always call my office as January roll in at 224-1245. But that doesn't mean that these guys will not be around until January, because they will still be here. And so if you have their information, call them, contact them. They will continue to be around to assist you. That's just when our next meeting is. I want to thank the camera crew who's here, who worked all day. Thank these men and women who have been working all day. Thank my staff, Linda Wesley, who works real hard to make sure that we have a very good skilled trades task force meeting. So thank you. And again, thank you all. I just also want to take the opportunity to invite you all to a historic day on tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have invited the Michigan Supreme Court to come to Cass Technical High School to do oral arguments. So it will actually be a court session that is open to the public. Tomorrow at Cass Technical High School, my high school, y'all, at 12:20 p.m. p.m. You have to go through the metal detectors because it will be set up just like a courtroom. It is historic for the city of Detroit. It has never happened in the city of Detroit. And please come out to Cass Tech if you're interested. It's going to be a good session to see. It is, again, beginning at 12:30. No cell phones are allowed, again, because it's set up like a court, and you have to go through the metal detectors. So arrive a little early. It's open to the public. And please come out and just see what takes place. And I can tell you that it's going to be a nice little oral argument, because what they will be arguing, to my understanding, and it is a case that happened in Wayne County where the officer used his cell phone to take a picture of the perpetrator, I believe, and the argument would be whether or not the cell phone was admissible in court. In court. And so I asked them to come to Detroit so that our high school students could have an opportunity to actually see what happens during a Michigan Supreme Court hearing. We have judges that will be participating, and all of the justices from the Michigan Supreme Court will be present. So again, I invite you all to come out and see the historic event that's going to take place tomorrow. And I always say it's a national holiday because it's my birthday. And so if you can come
Council
out.
President, with that being said, so everyone, tomorrow is our Council President's birthday. So we're going to take this opportunity to sing happy birthday to you. 1, 2, 3, hit it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear President. Happy birthday to you.
We love you, Council President, and thank you for all that you do.
Thank you all, and thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. And it is a happy birthday when I'm able to come into a meeting and be able to assist those who want to be assisted. So again, thank you all for being here. I look forward to seeing all of you working in the skilled trades. And again, I want to thank Citadel of Praise for allowing us to grace their place, use up their electricity without charging us. That's always good. That's always good. So thank you to Citadel of Praise. Thank you to Pastor Ellis, who allowed us to be here, and the staff who have assisted us. Again, I look forward to seeing you in January, and if you have any questions prior to, please don't hesitate to contact me. I am your Detroit City Council President, 224-1245, Brenda Jones, and also our panel. Please don't hesitate to contact them. They are not running out, but I am, because I have another engagement that I'm supposed to be at 6 p.m. So everyone be safe, and happy holidays to you all if I don't see you before. Again, thank you, and this meeting stands adjourned.